Hello, and welcome to the Greater Tom's River Chamber of Commerce Chamber Chat. I'm your host and chairman for the Greater Tom's River Chamber of Commerce, Adam Servodio, and I have the pleasure of having Chris Marconi with me today to talk about his photography studio. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
Yeah, it really is. I love the space here, but to really jump into things, I'd love to know, how did you get into photography? Where did this passion come from?
Um, I started in high school, so I don't know, it was just a elective class in high school, and I don't know what happened, but I just immediately clicked with me. And we had a dark room in high school, so back then, well, I'm dating myself now because it was film. We didn't have computers, so everything was literally in the dark room. So I always say this, I literally watched everything develop literally in front of me. So it just snowballed from there. It just I knew I couldn't be an accountant or anything like that. So
Just one of those things.
yeah, it just happened.
So, at what point and how did you decide that you wanted to start your own business and make this your career?
Yeah, so after high school, I went to college and I took a marketing, art, and design. And then you had a choice to go either into graphic design or photography. So I chose the photography route. And when I graduated, I started just knocking on photographers' doors with my portfolio. And one guy's like, "Hey, I have a wedding this weekend. You want to come out with me?" I ended up working for him for 3 years.
Wow.
And after 3 years, I started working for other photographers and, just putting out to just as a freelance artist, whoever I can get work from. And then eventually I just said, hey, I could do this myself. And I just took a leap and just started advertising and, putting my own name out there. And again, just picked up and snowballed from there.
That's great. Really nice. And your photography has taken you all over the world. It's taken you all over the country. Um, what type of photo shoots do you primarily do that get you to travel like this for work?
Yeah. So a lot of the travel stuff became with my corporate work, doing corporate events. So I had this one great client. I got lucky getting my foot in the door with them. And they're a Fortune 100 company. And they produce these big events all over the country and internationally. I've been lucky enough to go to London and Italy and cover these events. And it was really awesome. And, all over the country because they have offices all over the country. And I think that's a testament that they put the trust in me to bring me on these jobs because I learned their consistency that they look for. They had their brand. So
Hmm.
once I learned their brand, I was able, they didn't even have to tell me what they needed anymore. They would just send me and just go. And then I would, send them the images and they didn't have to produce anything because I've already learned it. So that's what they were comfortable with. It was different than hiring somebody from location to location to location because you're going to get something different from every time.
Hmm.
So that's what took me across the country and things like that with them. And, I work for other companies doing the same thing. And then, back home locally, it's just, we're at the Jersey Shore. So a ton of family portraits on the beach. Summer's my biggest time. I
Yeah.
do more portraits on the beach than literally probably anything else.
Wow. That's
It's
great.
not a bad office. No shoes,
No.
no shoes, sunset.
That's awesome. I wish I could do that on my job. Uh, what promotions do you have coming up? I heard you got some specials going on, some
Yeah.
certain
So
things.
we just finished what we had our 40 over 40 project. And I photographed 40 women over the age of 40. We raised over $2,300 for a local charity called Dottie's House. And we had a great
Yeah.
turnout. It was a whole big project. I can't explain it all. It was a big project, but we had great success that we decided to launch a sequel. So we're going to be working with a new charity soon to be determined. We have a couple of options that we're looking at to give back to. And yeah, so it's going to be called Fierce and Fabulous Over 40. And it could be, for anybody, your mom, your sister, your grandmother, anybody, any woman over 40. It's a great experience. We have a web page dedicated to just this project. So I'm really looking forward to getting back involved in that.
Love it. I absolutely love it, and I'm looking forward to the fabulous over 40 for men that we can come and strut our stuff and get some photographs taken and
Absolutely.
maybe gear it towards a male-driven nonprofit, maybe towards like men's cancer or something along those lines.
That,
Prostate cancer, I know, is a big one.
yeah,
So
that's a
we
great idea.
partner on something like
Yeah,
that. I can help you
that
with that.
that would be awesome. I
There we
love
go.
shooting
That's
guys
why we
too.
do these.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
um, that's great. So how can people check out your work, view your work, and get a hold of you to be a part of these, either just a photo shoot for themselves or their
Yeah.
family, or for one of these amazing fundraisers that you do?
Just pretty simple, marconiphotography.com, and you'll find everything you need right there. It's pretty simple. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm not on TikTok or that yet. I never got into that, but marconiphotography.com, you find everything you need.
Excellent. And we'll make sure we put the link below, so check that out. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we call it a wrap for today?
I don't know. I don't think so. Just a little shout out to the chamber peeps and all the public out there. Tom's River Chamber is a great chamber. If you guys want to come visit us, we have great networking events. Go to the Tom's River Chamber website and you can find all that information there too.
Excellent. And thank you for being a
Yeah.
very active board member, and being out and about. And make sure you like and subscribe today. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Thanks again, Chris.